Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Naki and this is Cook with Naki. As you can see here, we're making some okra soup today. I made this for Thanksgiving and I want to share the recipe with you. Let's get started. I have my goat meat and my goat intestine or the goat tribe. And these are the ingredients I'm going to use to season my goat meat. I'm going to blend the 2 large red onions and the ginger together. I put in my blended ginger and onion to it, and I'm going to also add my chopped onions to it. The chopped onions brings different flavor, and I love that flavor of it and the taste. That's why I'm adding it. So yeah, if you haven't tried that before, add it. You're gonna love it. I'm also using this sweet adjeley all-purpose seasoning. Yeah, if you know, you know. This seasoning is really good. If you haven't tried it, please give it a try. You will love it. I'm also gonna link where I bought it in the description box. I also added some ginger powder to it and some shrimp tablets. All this seasoning, if you don't like it, please use any seasoning of your choice. All right. I added water to it. You could cook this meat in its own juice, but I need a lot of stock from the meat. I'm gonna tell you why later on. But yeah, if you don't want a lot of stock, just cook in its own juice, and that's it. All right. But I needed a lot of stock, and we're gonna know why later on. I added some salt to it, and I'm gonna cook this meat for about 15 minutes. I'm not gonna cook it till it's really tender because I'm gonna put it in the stew later on. So if it's really tender, it's gonna be too soft, and I don't want that. So about 15 minutes, and that's it. And these are the vegetables: my tomatoes, scotch bonnet pepper, 2 large onions, and my ginger. I'm gonna blend all this, and we're gonna start with our stew. And this is my willy, my cow skin. I'm cooking that separate because I don't want my willy to be too tender. So that also, I'm just adding a little bit of salt and that's it. Just cook it for about 7 to 10 minutes and that's it. In the pot, I'm adding my red oil. Since I'm making a lot, yeah, you can see that's a lot of red oil because I'm making a lot of stew. So my oil heat up for about 1 minute. I don't want it to extra heat up because when the oil is really hot, it becomes smoky and you don't want that. So about like less than a minute when it's heated up, just add your onions to it. Fry for about 1 to 2 minutes and add your blended vegetables. That's your tomatoes, scotch bonnet pepper, onions, and ginger. This is gonna cook till most of the moisture has evaporated, and you can see it also is gonna reduce in quantity. I'm checking on my meat now. It is doing well. It's not done yet. This has been cooking for about 7 minutes and I give it a stir. And it's going to cook for additional 7 to 10 minutes and that's it. In about 20 minutes, yeah, my meat is done. It's not all the way tender. As I said, it's going to continue its cooking process in the stew. So I don't want it to be too soft. And these are my blue crabs. I bought it frozen, so I had to put it in water to thaw out a little bit. I like to take the crab legs, the little ends. I like to take it off, and also like to take the claws off. Especially the claws, I feel like chewing on it, it's kind of sharp, so I feel like it might hurt you or something. So I like to take it off, but if you do love it, just keep it on. And this is done. I'm going to set aside. When it's ready, it's going to go into the stew. And these are my fresh mackerel. I'm also going to bake this. I'm going to season it with sweet adjeley, all purpose seasoning. Yeah, all purpose, it goes everywhere and it's really good. And yeah, I'm laying this on a baking sheet. I'm going to bake this for about 30 to 40 minutes. Now checking back on my stew. Look at that. Looking good already, but it's not done yet. See how it has reduced in quantity. Most of the moisture has evaporated, and that's exactly how I want it. And I'm now going to be adding my goat meat and my goat tripe. And this is the reason why I didn't cook it till it's really tender, because I'm still going to continue its cooking process in this stew. So I added my blue crabs to it, and yeah, my pot is getting fuller right now. I've not added my willy to it. I've not added my fish to it, and look at where it is now. And yeah, I just added my cow skin. That is my willy, and I cooked the willy on the side for about 7 to 10 minutes. Not that tender, because yeah, I just put in the stew. So if it's really tender, it's going to be really soft, and I don't want that. And I'm adding some of the stock to it, and you can see I have a lot of stock. I really needed that stock because it makes the stew really tasteful. If you haven't tried this, please do not throw away your stock. It makes the stew really tasteful. Now even the rest, I'm going to use it later on, so do not throw away your stock, use it. Been cooking this stew for about 10 minutes on the medium heat, and oh yes, smells so good everywhere in this house. Smells so good. And yeah, look at that. You could tell I was finding it difficult to find an angle to stir this meat. Yeah, because it's a lot, but not a lot in my family. We're a big family, so when you're cooking, you want to make sure it's a lot for everybody to have some, and even to take home. That's why I made that lot of meat for everybody to eat some, and everybody to have some to take home. So as you can see, I added more stock to it, and it's like additional more flavor to the food. Really tasteful. I added some shrimp tablet to it. At this point, use any seasoning that you prefer. And yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Our stew is almost done. I tasted to make sure everything is okay. And yeah, added a little bit of salt to it. And we are almost done. And we're making okra soup. Of course, we need our okra or okra, and this is it. I'm going to grate all this, and yeah, we're going to be adding that to our stew. This is the finished product of my okra. That was a lot of okra, yeah. You remember the stock from the meat that I told you I was going to use later on? Yeah, this is it. I told you I needed a lot, and this was the main reason why I put a lot of liquid in the meat. I'm cooking my okra in the stock, and that tells you this soup is everything, because everything is like so flavorful. We're not throwing nothing away. Everything is seasoned, well seasoned, and it's really good. Yeah, that's the main reason why I added a lot of liquid to the meat, because I needed that stock to cook my okra in it. I added some water to it because it was too thick. Yeah, so a little bit water, because I'm making okra soup, so it has to be a little bit on the liquidy side. Since I want it slimy, I'm adding some baking soda to it. You could add salt pizza to it, or canway to it if you don't have the baking soda. And yeah, this is frozen scotch bonnet pepper. I keep my scotch bonnet pepper in my freezer, and that's the reason why I'm able to grate it. But if it's not frozen, you cannot grate it. You probably have to blend it. Yeah, so I grated one into it just for a little bit more spice into the soup. I give this a stir, and this is cooking for about 10 to 12 minutes. And yeah, when your okra is done, you could tell it changes in color. Like it's still gonna be green, but the brightness of it kind of like becomes a little bit darker. And yeah, I'm adding my chopped onions to it. This is to give it some crunchiness to the soup. If you don't like it, don't add it. But if you do, just add it to it. You will love it. So the reason why I'm doing that to my okra is because I want to incorporate more sliminess to the okra. Yeah, and that's it. See, my okra is done. Look how slimy that is. So good. And that's it. This tells you our soup is almost ready. And my baked mackerel is also ready. I had to change the pot because I knew if I had to put the okra into this stew, it would not go. Everything would not fit in there, and I needed my soup. I wanted everything to fit, so I was like, let me just transfer into a bigger pot, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm now adding my baked mackerel. The baked mackerel is already done, so I don't need it to cook it for long. That's why that's the last protein I'm adding to the stew. And our stew is ready, and we are ready to add our okra to it. At this point, you could tell your okra soup is ready because everything is done. You're just adding it together, and make sure you stir it really well so you don't have like the tomato base on one side and the okra on one side. When you want to keep the sliminess in your okra, you don't want to keep it on under the heat for so long because the more you keep it under the heat, it's gonna cut off that sliminess. So as soon as you add your okra to your stew, you want to turn off your heat or just put it under low heat. Otherwise, the more you keep the heat on, it's gonna be like soup. Even though it's soup, but the sliminess is gonna cut off. I tasted and I needed a little bit of salt, so always make sure you taste your food at the end. All right, and that's it. My soup was good. It was really delicious. Now that my soup is ready, let's head to my cousin's place for our Thanksgiving lunch. So as you can see, I'm just dishing out the okra into to the trays because all the food was ready to be eaten. So I just needed to like dish out mine into the tray. And food is ready. We have some jollof rice, rice and peas, rice and vegetables, curry chicken, oxtail, fried tilapia, baked tilapia, of course my okra soup, banku kenke, turkey, fufu, light soup. Yes, it was a lot of food. We even had water that came out later during the day, and all the food was so good. We are a big family. When you come to our family gatherings, there's always a lot of food. You will have some to eat and you will have some to take home. So that's why we're always cooking a lot. Our hands cannot cook small food. We end up cooking like a whole lot of food for everybody. So that's why we always have a lot of food. And we have this pound cake. My auntie makes them really good. Ghana pound cake. It's really good. We have some extra oxtails. We have some fried tilapia, my okra soup. This is jollof fried. That's my mom's specials. Yes, these are all like the others that we couldn't put on the table, so we had to put it on the side. Thank you so much, Duffy, for hosting us. We really had fun and it was really a good day. There's always something to be thankful for, and I hope you find that thing. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving Day with your family, your friends, or even by yourself. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Until I come your way next time, this is Cook with Nakie. Be good to yourself, be good to everybody. It goes a long way.